coming at you without a beer.
Well, neither of us got a beer at the moment.
Yeah, what's up with that?
It's been busy, and we missed last week. We're sorry about that. And but if you watch my latest beer review on,
That's true.
you'll kind of get a glimpse of where I was there to start. But Mrs. Clement's Homebrew had a big O birthday party, and we won't say which O. And me and the missus flew down to Joshua Tree National Park area, which is just outside of Palm Springs. And Christian unfortunately wasn't there, but a lot of the family members were there, and both my grandchildren were there. We did some climbing on the rocks and stuff. But this is kind of a special place, and the missus's father's ashes were spread in the park back in the day when you could do that, and so we went to the memorial sites and so forth as we enjoyed her birthday and gathered with friends and family. And so my sisters were there and their kids. So anyway, you know, actually, let me just show you just a couple, just quick clips of us climbing around the rocks.
What's up, people? Easy climb. I'm not breathing heavy at all. Smell pretty, sis.
You'll do business with people down in Latin America, or
We still have more to go.
speaking country.
She's about 10% of the way, but we're celebrating early.
We made it to the top. I'm like Rocky.
Now we go that way. Bottom. Do that again, Barb. That was great.
What did she do?
Did,
This.
yeah.
Davis.
Woohoo!
Step back just a little bit so you can.
That would be a quick way to
It would be. My wife would collect a lot.
Funny.
Actually, this is good. I'm trying to get the shots of people's heads looking down.
You can see the path where we first started walking up.
On the first part of the journey, I was looking at all the life. There were plants and birds and rocks and things. There was sand and hills and rain. The first thing I met was a fly with a buzz and the sky with no clouds. The heat was hot and the ground was dry, but the air was full of sound. I've been through the desert on a horse with no name. It felt good to be out of the rain. In the desert, you can remember.
So anyway, pretty area. Fun was had, and got to do a couple beer reviews with ManBearPig1122334455.
Yep.
And one of those has already been put up. Mr. Christian,
Yes.
you have been on the Sobriety Challenge for 5 weeks now.
I mean, I don't keep track of this.
Yeah.
That's his job.
February 27th is when he started the Sobriety, the 90-day challenge.
That's right. I did the 90-day challenge.
So,
I'm feeling sober. There's something wrong with that.
fair enough.
I miss beer. But it's not too bad. I mean, I've been focusing on the gym, doing a lot of bike riding lately, and, you know, because I don't have drinking to get in the way of that, so it's not that bad, I guess.
And so you may have heard, I'm so behind on videos. I apologize to everyone. You know I get on and watch a lot of the videos. I'm way behind. So Mrs. Clement's Homebrew is going to be going away tomorrow, and I will try to get caught up over the next few days after that. But meanwhile, I don't think I'm letting the cat out of the bag. ManBearPig has started his 30-day sobriety challenge starting on April 1st. And he says it's for weight loss. I think both are probably in order. The sobriety aspect is probably a good thing. You know, for any of us. And also the Big Secue out of the UK is also in the midst of a sobriety challenge starting April 1st.
Hey, well,
So-
I'll join you guys for that challenge.
And see you in another few days.
But I don't know. It's a good thing to do a sobriety challenge every once in a while. I mean, especially when
Probably.
you're just so used to going home, grabbing a beer, enjoying it, and you know, that's how I got rid of my frustration. Now I have to go to the gym and work extra hard. But it's been different, that's for sure. So it's kind of like a
Habits
fun,
are
different
hard to
challenge.
break. And so speaking of which, Josh challenged me to do it with him, but I said, you know, I have too many big beers I have to finish reviewing. And so I said no. And then I was going to start the 15th, and Chris said, I need to live vicariously through you and have you go to this beer thing on the 18th.
That's true. Yeah.
The spring beer release. So he wants to go and be the designated driver and smell the beers and let me tell him about it.
At least smell 'em. Get my buddies to come too, so I gotta sign us all up.
And there's free food. Speaking of which, then I will have to start the Sobriety Challenge. I'm thinking that on April 27th, that Wednesday, I will then endeavor to do a 30-day challenge. We'll continue to work on beers, but this gives us a chance to make our big brew. But part of my, meaning the SJPORR Challenge beer. But meanwhile, last year about this time, I had dropped about 15 pounds. And I was 184, and I dropped down to 169. And I've crept back up to 179. 10 pounds over this last year. No surprise there.
Just a little beer.
Well, I tend to eat more when I drink.
Yes,
It's
yes.
a small frame. I'm like 5'5.5". I was almost 5'6". I've shrunk that ½ inch. And it's the small frame. Like,
Yeah.
those pounds
They add
look
on.
huge on me, my small frame. So anyway, I'll be starting that on the 27th, and we'll see what I can shrink down to. But that's the goal. I need to shrink.
I shrunk to 140. Or I gained to 140. I don't know. what
I haven't
that is.
seen
I can't
140
remember.
in oh Lord Almighty, at least 30 years, something like no, yeah, 20 years.
Yes, I'm
20
tiny,
years.
guys.
20
Everyone
years.
makes fun of me for being so small, but I
Well,
got
you're
a-
taller than
I
me.
got a mass amount of muscle though. So
You're how tall?
5', 6.5".
He's got that an inch on me.
Yeah.
So there you go. But anyway, so I'll be starting mine on the 27th. Meanwhile, we're working on our big brew. And actually, I was going to bring a printout, and I forgot to do it. But
know.
we got the beer. It's all printed out, and we've got a lot of stuff to go get. So we'll pick that up
Probably do it this Saturday.
Friday or Saturday morning. We'll probably brew Saturday, I think. And then, hopefully our little, we'll see how this is going to go.
And
Because,
I'm going to eat the spent grains, and I don't care.
yeah, that I can do.
Maybe make some bread. I
Maybe
want
the-
something. I'm gonna drink the beer before it ferments.
I'm going to have to go find something really fun for him to drink on while we're brewing. I haven't found one of those 0% beers yet, but
Yeah,
anyway, but
they don't exist.
I have found some fun beverages, so I'll work on some of that.
I'm not drinking O'Doul's, damn it.
Anyway, we'll be brewing here pretty quick. We are going to be making a monstrous imperial stout,
Yeah.
and we're going to be putting some crazy stuff, and I'm not talking hops because the rules in the secondary on this. So we'll have some education to get going here. I got to do some lookup to make sure we got enough yeast factor going. And then before I go on to my Sobriety challenge, we'll actually pull out one of our browns, our crazy browns, and see if it's actually created some carbonation.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So we promised a shorter Homebrew Wednesday. Hope this qualifies.
Yeah, I think it should.
And by the way, during that Sobriety challenge, I will still be pushed up beer reviews. I've got a backlog of those. But,
Yeah, that's true. So,
alrighty, we will catch you all next week. From Clement's Homebrew, cheers, water, whatever.
yeah.
Good health.
I'm gonna finish my movie.
See ya.